Ready? Start. The controversy is inter se the family members of late Dr. Mahendra Prasad, who died on 27/12/2021. Stop. He had three sons, namely, Ranjit Sharma, who passed away on 2/3/2023, Devinder Rai, husband of the appellant Kanchana Rai, and Rajeev Sharma. Stop. It is alleged that late Dr. Mahendra Prasad executed a registered will on 18/7/2011, appointing the appellant, the wife of his predeceased son, Devinder Rai, as the executor, while bequeathing his properties in favor of her two sons, completely ignoring his own two sons, namely Ranjit Sharma and Rajeev Sharma. Stop. Srimati Geeta Sharma, respondent number 1, wife of one the sons, Ranjit Sharma, who died after the death of Dr. Mahendra Prasad, applied for maintenance from the estate of her father-in-law, before the family court under the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act, 1956. Stop. The petition was dismissed by the family court as not maintainable, as respondent number 1 was not a widow on the date of death of Dr. Mahendra Prasad, since her husband, Ranjit Sharma, was alive at the time of his father's demise. Stop. A son or the legal heirs are bound to maintain all the dependent persons out of state inherited, that is, all persons whom the deceased was legally and morally bound to maintain. Stop. Therefore, on the death of son, it is the pious obligation of the father-in-law to maintain widowed daughter-in-law, if she is unable to maintain herself either on her own or through the property left behind by the deceased son. Stop. The act does not envisage to rule out the above obligation of the mother-in-law to maintain his widowed daughter-in-law, irrespective of the fact when she became a widow, whether prior or after his death. Stop. Section 19 of the Act provides for the maintenance of code widowed daughter-in-law uncode of the deceased Hindu. Stop. It simply contemplates that a Hindu wife is entitled to be maintained after the death of her husband by her father-in-law. Stop. Thus, it casts an obligation upon the father-in-law to maintain his daughter-in-law. Stop. The said obligation subsists only during the lifetime of the father-in-law, as the aforesaid provision now here contemplates that the daughter-in-law would be entitled to maintenance from the estate of the father-in-law. Stop. In other words, section 19 contemplates for the maintenance of the daughter-in-law during the lifetime of father-in-law, whereas, section 22 contemplates maintenance of dependents, including widowed daughter-in-law, from the estate of her father-in-law, meaning thereby that a claim under section 22 can be raised only after the death of the father-in-law. Stop.